So now we are going to make eggless chocolate oil cake. It's a pretty simple recipe. I have the ingredients here: cocoa powder, sugar, all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder. They form the dry ingredients which are going to be sifted together and then kept aside. And then we have the wet, which is the milk, curd and oil. I'm going to whisk all of them together, these three together, and make a well in the center of the dry and then pour the wet and then beat. Then finally I have water and coffee powder, and I'm going to heat the water at the end and add the coffee powder, have hot boiling coffee which I'm going to pour it into the batter finally and then beat it together till we have one smooth beautiful batter that's going to bake a beautiful chocolate oil cake. Okay, so wet, let me keep it aside. Now here all the dry will go into the sieve. Okay, sugar will come at the end and I'm going to use a wire whisk. Now adding the flour, baking soda, baking powder and cocoa powder. I'm going to sift it together. Okay, so this I'm going to get a bigger bowl. So into this I'm going to use the hand beater and beat. So into this I'm going to add the sugar. Use a wire whisk to mix it thoroughly. Make a well in the center. Setting this one aside. I'm just going to have this bowl. Into this bowl I'm going to add the oil, curd, and the milk. Need to use wire whisk and mix it as much possible because there's milk and oil. It's not going to combine so much, but try as much. Use a wire whisk. And combine it together. Okay, so you have it like this here, and now I'm going to pour the wet in the middle of the dry. Fold this well. So once you've just moistened up, now need to start using the hand beater. You also can use your stand mixer, not a problem. So the coffee water is still pending, before which we need to beat this thoroughly. So the batter is ready at this stage. I'm just going to check and show you how it looks. So it is quite beautiful now. On top of this, we need to add the coffee, hot coffee. So that's the water that's been heated up. Into that, I'm going to add the coffee powder, mix it well. And then add this into the batter. If you want the water to be like really hot, so use boiling water. And now first gently fold it in. Okay, now I'm going to use the beater and then combine the hot coffee in the batter. Okay, so the batter is done and let's check how it looks. Okay, so it looks beautiful and now it is ready to get baked. Now here I have the 6-inch pans prepared and ready. Like I've told you, for the chocolate cake, the sides of the pan should also be lined with butter paper, and it's been floured inside, buttered and floured. Okay, so there is a coating of this butter paper, and then there is butter brushed inside, and then the all-purpose flour is also coated. I'm going to divide this between both the pans. So I'm just going to tap this to get rid of any bigger air bubbles, and this needs to go into the oven to get baked at 180 to 190 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean. And do not wait any longer than the toothpick coming out clean, or wait if the toothpick has wet butter in it sticking. And if you see that, continue to bake for 3 minutes and take it out and then check. And if you still have the wet batter, continue keeping it in 3-minute burst. Take out, and the moment you see the toothpick has come out clean, then you know your cake is done. And I'm going to put this into the oven and get back to show you how these have baked. So now the cake has come out of the oven and baked so beautifully. I'm just going to show you, inserting the toothpick and then the toothpick coming out clean, and you know that the cake has been baked out really well. And now this needs to be stored properly using double layer of cling wrap, and then it has to be freezing until we are ready to do the layered cake. And how to store will be part of the next lesson. You will follow that step, which is very important, and then keep the cakes frozen until we are ready to use it in a layered cake.